Welcome, everybody, to another installment of Tag Me In, where the triple Triforce, you know, threat brain trust of the IWC go over the good, bad, and everything in between. I mean, looks like there's a battle going on right now.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened up there.
I mean,
Strong
it's
as
it's the
shit.
it's the real fight that's happening right now.
I worked out, dude. What the fuck?
But I myself Scoot Gable demands the attention of the people, and I got one word for the people who doesn't who doesn't pay attention, and that's shush,
Dude.
shush.
Shush.
Seriously.
uh,
Then of course we got the heartthrob of the IWC, the reigning and defending champion, Jaeger Bombastic, so fantastic that ladies, if you want to play tug of war,
Oh, I got a different choice for that.
there you go. And then of course Dizzle, he's out on assignment. He probably got some OnlyFans to do. Some,
most likely, I heard from
you
insiders
know,
that that's what he's doing.
The,
you
the, the
know,
farmers only links, man. They
you know what I'm saying. Farmers only, plenty of fish. He got all of that. We haven't done it in a while, but he got all those extracurricular activities, so he's probably trying to catch up on all of that. But we got the forbidden door, which that will be discussed later. We got the forbidden door rocking with us again this week. We got Jugs. What's happening, Jugs?
Not much. It's here Toxin Girl wrestling with you guys again, like always.
All right, so for this one, we don't really have to do too much of a this week in wrestling unless there was a match that stood out to y'all on AEW or last week. But we could just talk about these little topics here and there. Uh, but any standout matches that y'all seen this past week?
I really loved the Dustin Rhodes and CM Punk match last night on AEW. I thought that was really good.
Yeah,
I hear some people talking bad about it because oh, it's not like a fast paced match, but I feel like for the age that these guys are at right now, I thought they had a great match.
yeah, it
You know,
wasn't bad.
it's and with CM Punk, starting to show these last few weeks and stuff. I feel like that's been really good. Like he sets the pace for how these how the show opens up.
Yeah,
hmm
And I feel like CM Punk, he's really enjoying himself a lot. He wants to be in this position.
definitely, definitely. You could
But yeah,
tell. 'Cause I mean, hell, look at even what happened at the end with Hangman and him. I
oh,
guess
I love
them.
that interaction. Like
You
they
know,
didn't have to say anything. They just kind of stared down with each other. And I feel like that's going to be happening. Double or Nothing. That seems like
yeah,
that's
most
the
likely.
direction that they're going with. But I'm all in for that. I am
It
all in for
better
that
be.
match.
It better be a double or nothing. That would be a waste if it's on one of these specialty shows. That would be a complete waste.
I mean, I wouldn't mind, but like I said, they need to quit giving away like all these main event caliber like pay per view worthy matches, and
Absolutely.
same for pay per view. But other than that, I thought it was a pretty good week in wrestling. It wasn't too bad.
Jaeger, what you got?
I mean, I'm happy to see my predictions looking like they're coming true with Punk getting Hangman and the eventual MJF Punk 3. But
Yes.
I mean, if I had to say, honestly, it wasn't even a match that stood out to me the most as far as AEW goes. It was more the announcement that came later.
Oh, we'll get there. That'll probably be our big talking point. But
But yeah,
all right, so the first talking point I have: Sammy Guevara won the TNT Championship from Scorpio Sky at Battle of the Belts last weekend.
it's
Um,
a great match.
I didn't get a chance to watch Battle of the Belts. I just saw the result.
I actually went back and watched it. I hated like how the match ended. Like it just it didn't seem very clean. Like I don't know the way that I'm about to say MJF, the way that Sammy Guevara's been coming off, you know, like with Tay Conti and stuff. I don't know. He's kind of been rubbing me the wrong way. I feel like that's the way that fans are right now because they were booing him a lot, you know, this past week. So you know, I don't I didn't really like the results. Like I feel like, I mean, I don't mind Sammy Guevara winning, but like the way he won, I'm just not a fan of it at all.
I guess
Too much fuckery.
Gotta say, I agree with you there. Like, Scorp definitely deserved to have that belt longer. Hopefully, he gets it back with this rematch that he's planning to do with Frankie Kazarian in his corner. But yeah, no, Sammy's starting to rub me the wrong way as well. He's getting a little too obnoxious with Ty Conti. It's a little too WWE, and I mean, this is my personal bias aside, but bro, you were engaged and proposed in Houston in October.
Right? A year ago. That actually not even a full year.
In October.
Yeah.
Like,
you're absolutely correct.
Like barely more than 6 months ago. Right.
And the thing is too, his heelness isn't coming off as him trying to be a heel. It's coming off as a y'all just mad that I got the girl y'all want type of situation.
Yeah.
And we're the hot couple. And it's like, okay, I guess.
Like, bro, nobody gives a shit.
But I said to one of my coworkers that I think the only reason why they gave it to Sammy so he can be 3-time champion, since Cody was the only other 3-time champion.
That makes sense.
They're gonna have somebody else have that record now, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So it wouldn't surprise me if, especially with them doing it in a ladder match, Scorpio has all of the. I mean, granted, if Kazarian is out there with him, then maybe like if Ethan Page wanted to interfere, I can see where that conflict can happen. But otherwise, Sky needs to get that belt back.
I agree.
Yeah, 100% agree with that. Yeah,
like he needs to get that belt back. Like,
and then eventually he needs to get that AEW title.
Yes.
Make him the first hat trick.
Yep, that would be amazing.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Any other thoughts about Sammy G getting this for the 3rd time?
It's just man, like I'm just not a fan of him right now. Like I say, he's just rubbing me the wrong way.
Ending, but yeah, Sammy's rubbing me the wrong way as well.
All right. Well, in other news, Kushida quietly left WWE. Many people think it might have had to do with the name change policy, which we'll get to that in a moment. But Kushida quietly left WWE, and I guess we have to wait. I guess in his case, it would be the 30-day no compete clause. Mm-hmm. So, thoughts on Kushida leaving, and I guess where is it inevitable he's going to end up in AEW? Or possibly go back to New Japan.
What was his name changed to?
They didn't say. They didn't say exactly what his name change was going to be, but I'm pretty sure he was going to get a name change.
They're going to call him Sheila.
Oh my God. That would have been hilarious if they were like, yeah, we're going to just call you Sheila.
No, this is better for him. I think he's way too talented to be just pushed into the mid card with the pretty racist tag team.
I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The AEW, I just hope he doesn't stay in the like mid card section. If he goes back to New Japan, I don't know. He was loved there, so
Who was?
I mean they have a whole well respected junior division which he fit into. So yeah, no, I mean whichever direction he goes, shit, he could end up in Impact for all I know. But whichever way he goes, I'm sure it'll hopefully treat him better.
I can agree. Because I mean, it you can also tell too that stark change because he went from being featured and looking so prominent, then all of a sudden something just drastically happened, and then 2.0 hit, and it was like, yeah, you and
Jacket
you and
Man.
Zero is gonna just become basically the Kabuki Warriors 2.0.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like he's gonna go back to New Japan. I feel like that'd be a good spot for him to go back to. Um, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him go to AEW, but the thing is, there's just so much talent over there. Which some of those guys from the beginning, I feel like they get pushed to the side. They get pushed to dark matches or dark elevation.
Mm-hmm.
Which no, nothing against dark and dark elevation. They probably have good matches on there, but with all these signings, they need to quit signing like all these guys. Because I mean, I don't mind signing all these wrestlers, but like I said, there gets to a point where you need to like have two shows
Yes.
at some point. But yeah, I feel like New Japan would be a great spot for him because, like I said, him going to being part of the junior division, or even Impact would be a good spot for him also. Like you said,
Yeah,
maybe even MLW, something like that. I don't know, but
possibly. Huh, I didn't think about MLW.
yeah, or maybe
All
even
right.
I don't know about GCW. No, GCW really wouldn't fit his style.
No.
Well, I mean, Kushida, we'll see you out there. Possibly, most likely, you're gonna show up at that one pay-per-view that's gonna be our main event. But I can see him definitely showing up at
Mm-hmm.
that show. I don't know which side he'll be representing, but definitely I can see him at that show. Uh, another. Well, I guess let's get to it. So WWE and their name change policy. So basically, Vince McMahon has been on record by saying if you had a name coming in, it's going to get changed. That nobody is allowed to have their name anymore. So we don't know if it's going to affect Tommaso Ciampa because he hasn't been seen since he lost to Tony D'Angelo and Stand and Deliver. So Tommaso could still technically be Tommaso, but who knows? He could come back and be Jerry something. Who knows in this case? But recent name change. Let me find the story again. But recent name change. Um, Kaylee Ray will be known as Alba Fire.
Well,
What?
what?
Alba, ALBA Fire,
Okay.
FYRE. So that would be her new name. Casey Catanzaro is now going to be Katana Chance.
What?
Jaeger's face. Who's the other one? Raul Mendoza is going to be, I think it was Cruz del Toro or Cruz del Torio or Toro, one of the two. What is that story? And somebody else was gonna. Well, Roxy, who debuted Tuesday, she's gonna be Roxanne Perez.
This explains the whole Raquel Rodriguez thing.
Yes, Raquel Rodriguez, uh,
Small
Marcel
sidebar.
Martel being now Kaiser. No,
Something.
Kaiser. It was something Kaiser. I can't remember.
Whose name?
Marcel Bartel.
Oh,
His
yeah,
new
I
name
know.
is something Kaiser.
Yeah, something Kaiser. Did you talk about the one that is part of Legado del Fantasma?
Yes,
Del Toro Cruz?
Cruz del Toro.
Cruz del Toro, yeah.
Yeah,
Which,
Torrio.
yeah, I saw them. They changed it a few weeks ago, which I
Yeah,
like. That's just really weird. Like, his name was what was his name before? Not Joaquin. No, no, we got Joaquin Wild, and we had what's his name now?
Mendoza.
Mendoza. Yeah, his name's
Yeah.
Mendoza. See, I don't understand what these who's ever who's ever control of changing their names. They need to be fired. This is terrible. They come up with terrible names. Like they must have been really high making these names. Or like what? Like
Well,
I have no idea.
I don't know if y'all watched NXT this past week, but Grizzled Young Veterans aren't known as Grizzled Young Veterans anymore. They're just Gibson and Drake.
Really?
Yeah, they
I didn't.
never not once mentioned that their name was Grizzled Young Veterans. They still had their little scarves that they wear that say
Mhm.
Grizzled Young Veterans, but they're known as Gibson and Drake now.
Speaking of NXT this week, there was so much chaos on the show. Like it was hard for me to like this was one week I did not enjoy that much. Like there were some
Yeah, it
weeks
was
I
a lot.
like. There's some weeks I like. Okay, this is decent. This is easy to sit through. But I was sitting through this earlier today. I got, oh my god, this is terrible. Like this was terrible with all the stuff that was going on.
But yeah, so and like I said, Walter was changing the Gunther. Uh, Pete Dunne is Butch.
Why?
Butch. Terrible.
Who else had a recent name change? Uh, I guess Elias being Ezekiel.
Hey, I'm still convinced that he has a brother. He has a brother, okay? His brother, that is not Elias. I'm telling you. That's not Elias. Have you seen the pictures? Have you seen the pictures? Them
Yes,
standing
I've
right by.
seen the pictures.
I think
That is,
but
Now people just copy and pasted
yeah,
that over. Wait, who was that? He's a country singer. Oh, I can't think of his name now. Oh,
Blake
Mi-
Shelton. I don't know.
or something. I have no idea. But they pasted over a country singer.
but
Like,
yeah. So
yeah.
just be prepared that if you had, I mean,
Can I?
if you had a name going in, it's going to get changed.
Small sidebar here, but
Mhm.
what the fuck have they done to Raquel Rodriguez's character?
Nobody knows yet because she's just been this smiling baby face.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. She was a badass. Why is she this little smiley, charmy?
I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
I was going like, wait, who? Raquel Gonzalez. Okay, yeah. I still call by her own name from NXT. Like it's a habit there.
But yeah, so that's just it's gonna be so the interesting part isn't the name changing. It's kind of like what you said, Jugs. It's what the names y'all are choosing.
yes.
That's the interesting part. Like
Kaylee,
y'all are choosing names to where it's just like, I guess.
And the names that they choose, like I understand why they want to do this because they don't want to have they want to own the rights to your name. So if you go back
Yeah.
if you go back out to the indies, like you can't profit off that name before. You know what I mean? Or then that you
Mhm.
were that you had in WWE.
yeah. No, I guess I get that. You want all the money, and you make all the name changes. But like Scoot just said, and you said earlier, the fuck is up with these names? Alba fucking Fire?
Alba Fire.
Like,
So that's what
what?
makes me wonder what Kushida's name, what was the proposed name they was going to give him?
What do they just kind of like have like a random name generator? Like, okay, here's your name. Here's your
Yes.
name.
Yes.
Like you put in the old name or the OG name, and then it's like, okay, here you go.
It's like they're playing WWE 2K22 and like they're creating their character. Like, hold on, let me find something that sounds cool.
I mean, because like listen, like looking at the names, if I see Casey Catanzaro, I would not think her name would be Katana.
That
Right?
sounds like something you would see on Dragon Ball Z.
Like, I would not think her name would be Katana.
Katana, Cortana. She's from Halo.
No, but is it because she was on Ninja Warrior that her name is
Yes,
Katina?
yes, 1,000%, 1,000%, and they
What's cool
can't
with
convince me
Ninja?
otherwise.
Katana.
And they cannot convince me otherwise.
I will not. I will not stand for any other explanation besides some high motherfucker in the back going, "Yeah, Katana, because she was a ninja warrior."
Yep, Katana.
No, get the fuck out of here.
And then she's gonna go tag up with who is on the main roster? He looks Akira Tozawa. She's gonna tag up with him on the main roster.
I'm out. I'm out. I am so out.
Now,
I am dipping.
Yeah, me too.
their last names dropped. What happened to Shotzi? Where is she? Where is Fuck, who did she come up with?
Wasn't it freak, what's her name?
It was Tegan.
Yeah, Tegan Knox, yeah.
Remember Tegan got released.
Her name's is Knox. Yeah, did she get released?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And is Shotzi still employed?
Yeah, Shotzi's still there. I think they had gave Shotzi time off with her dad passing a little bit earlier. So I think they just gave her time off. But I wouldn't be surprised if she comes back to a new name.
She comes back to a new name. It better be something good, and you better be throwing her in with Rhea Ripley. I'm just saying they both fit the look. So, I mean, knowing how WWE is, they like to put 2 and 2 together there.
You just trying to see the new pen that Rhea's been doing as of late.
Man, that can be with or without Shotzi. Shit.
That is also true too.
Oh, my buddy's on my other podcast. He hates Shotzi Blackheart. He calls her Shotzi Blackfart.
Why?
I don't understand the hate for her. Like, there's sometimes like where she's wrestling and we're like, okay, yeah, that does look the smoothest, but I mean, she's not that bad in the ring. She's not bad.
But I have seen plenty of Reddit posts where she just gets the shit treatment or the shit into the stick.
Yeah.
Trash. But yeah, so just know if you go to WWE going forward, you're gonna get a name change. I'm pretty sure the only person who might surpass that, if they was to go, maybe MJF. Or he would keep the same initials, but it wouldn't be Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
True.
Michael Justin Scott. Oh wait, we can't do Michaels.
So that would be the only thing that it'll probably still be MJF.
Oh, I
It'll
said
just be a different name.
Malcolm Jackson. I don't know.
Jackson.
Yeah. Malcolm Jackson.
Yo, if MJF shows up and he's like, "Yes, my name is Malcolm Jackson," I'm like, "All right, I'm done."
Malcolm, that's his name.
Like, I'm done.
He would be turned into a laughing stock.
I'm like, I'm done. The man just said his name was Malcolm. I'm out. WWE, y'all have officially won. I'm out. All right. Speaking of, apparently WWE wants FTR back.
Yeah, fat chance.
Apparently FTR's contract is coming up soon, and WWE is like, they might try to make a play for FTR. What are y'all thoughts on this?
think this is classic. Oh, we didn't want you because we put you in the mid card, and now, hey, you've been doing pretty good for yourself. You want to come back to some money?
Right?
Mm-hmm.
This is classic WWE. When the people they let go start making a better name for themselves, or the people they didn't want before start making a better name for themselves, they just mm, they just throw money at you. And,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, if the money's too good, then I gotta say I'll respect it. You gotta put family and everything first. But I really hope that they don't do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Econ is able to convince them to stay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, money is a hell of a thing.
Yeah,
Money is a hell of a thing.
money is why AJ re-signed.
But at the same time, they've been doing stuff. I mean, yeah, he had to do the stuff with almost, but AJ at least been doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they
My
were
question,
about to get ready to repackage the revival before they walked out.
my question is, will they be able to keep their belts?
Mm, probably not.
They'll probably drop him before.
Yeah.
If they do end up leaving AEW, they'll drop him before.
Oh no,
Oh no,
he
we
just
have
dropped out of that. All right.
Tony Khan came up and said, "No, we're keeping FTR. We're keeping them. So we're taking away your guy."
Right. Right.
They're on to us.
Like
TK is watching us right
Tony
now.
Khan just snatched Jaeger from us. Like, damn. Like, yo.
He just
Like,
yeeted it. Oh man.
like shit. Maybe we shouldn't be talking about Tony Khan like that. If Tony Khan can just snatch one of our people off the stream like that.
Like, damn, man, like who got this with me?
Like, sheesh. Speaking of Tony Khan, apparently Tony Khan and the bots.
Now this is news.
You didn't hear about him saying, I think I sent it to the group chat, but it was his whole independent study has confirmed that much of the staunch anti AEW online community aren't real individuals. It's a staff running thousands of accounts and an army of bots to signal boost them. Look
Oh,
closely.
really?
These aren't real people who'd pay for such a wildly expensive thing. And apparently, just recently, he doubled down on that.
You know what? I think I did see this, and it sounds just crazy enough to be true.
It does, but at the same time, that's a lot of effort.
It is.
It's
It
a
is.
lot of effort. But if that's what he believes, I guess. But my thing is, Tony Khan, and this is how I've been feeling about Tony Khan for a while. Tony Khan needs to just focus on what's happening there.
Also, they need to
Like,
quit doing these when he says, next week we got a huge announcement. They need to quit saying there's a huge announcement coming up and come out and surprise us. Like,
yeah.
oh, guess what? We got a show coming up, which we'll talk about that later. But we got something coming up here, and
Yeah.
like, oh, we
I
can just
agree.
like mark out. We don't have to speculate. Like, oh, is it like a show that they're going to be doing? Is it like a streaming deal? Like, what's going to happen? Or
But
did
then,
they sign somebody? Go ahead.
But not only that, I remember when Hook first debuted, one of these groups a Facebook group I'm in. Shout out to the Jabba Tears podcast. Somebody was like, "Hey, I don't get it. Explain to me why Hook is so just loved right now. Like, why is he getting all this love?"
He's so
And
simple. I like how he's so simple.
well, not only that, but somebody said, well, the beauty of Hook was he had no prior experiences. There's no footage of him on YouTube. You can watch him at some other promotion or this, that, and the third. You're seeing him for the first time with everybody else. So that's how, and that's why everybody is in love with him like that. And see, in Tony Khan's case, if you hear a week in advance, hey y'all, I'm gonna make a major announcement. Now you have a week to do all this speculation, and if you're quote unquote right, then you're kind of like, oh, okay,
Because I
because
had two options, like what I thought was going to be, and I was right on my other options. So like, I mean, it's cool and all, but like, I mean, I wouldn't be more surprised. Like that's what I miss in wrestling these days is like
the
surprises.
surprises. Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to be like I try to stay away from spoilers as much as possible. I mean, there's sometimes like I go on to news site, like I go read some like news what's happening, and I stumble across some spoilers. I mean that's gonna happen, in this day and age, with, you got the internet at your fingertips. You know what I mean? Like people are gonna
Mm-hmm.
spoil things. So if you don't want to if you don't want to be spoiled, to stay off the internet. The stay off
That's
the
gonna be
internet.
the only way
Yeah, it's
because
gonna be the.
I saw somebody like last weekend talk about, yeah, with the rumors of this AEW New Japan show, and it's like, well, damn.
Yeah, like
So,
I miss the days like when wrestling, like pre-internet. I miss those days. Which, granted, I wasn't around. Like I was really young when that era was around, but still, I mean, that's what I miss in wrestling. The surprises. But with this whole Tony Khan stuff, with the bots and all that, on Twitter, like I tell you what, you have the whole bunch of WWE fans, them bashing on AEW when they get the chance, or you got AEW fans bashing on WWE every time they get a chance. I mean, the wrestling community sometimes is so toxic, which
yes,
I don't like
very.
it a little bit. I go like because I've read on Twitter sometimes and they go like they'll be talking about there'll be an AEW discussion, and then the first person to bring up, oh, Vince couldn't do this, like. Why do you have to bring up Vince? Like we're talking about AEW right now. Like you gotta compare it to WWE at every single point, and like
And
vice versa.
but
Go.
also too, I'm kind of one of the people who at times like to play devil's advocate,
Mm-hmm.
and my light just going to just go out on me,
You're joining the brood here.
right? But I like to play devil's advocate every then and now, and I think to myself, does Vince even want to do something like this?
No.
Mm-hmm. No.
See, so it's
Uh,
like, yeah, like we could say Vince could never or this, that, and the third, but it's like he don't want to.
that's true.
Otherwise, he has enough money and power to what he could have.
Because there was rumors a long time ago that they could be having a working relationship with New Japan. It was like
Mm-hmm.
uh, it was like probably sometime last year that they were saying that
It
even.
was, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, if Vince wanted to, he could do stuff like this. He just doesn't. He just doesn't want to. And he's stuck in his ways. And
And there's
you could
nothing wrong with
definitely.
that. I mean, if his
Yeah.
ways then garnered him $1 billion company, I'll be stuck in my ways too.
And I think I said before, when you're getting all these billions of dollars, you're not going to think anything is wrong with your company. And they have these all these other companies or what am I trying to say? How am I trying to word this? They have all these other like USA and like Fox. They have to please them also. Okay, if they're not liking this, or like if Fox isn't liking something, they're gonna tell WWE that. Or if NBC is not liking something, they're gonna So they have to please their marketers, or yeah, they have to please them.
The shareholders or
Yeah,
marketers or all
yeah,
that.
Mm-hmm.
exactly. Because they're a publicly traded company.
Yes, but it's fine. But Tony, you really just need to just chill out, my guy. Just
Yeah, chill
relax.
out, man. Chill
Just
out.
stop trying to harp on or jump on any story, anything negative, because I don't know if y'all saw, but he also been having back and forth with Adam Shearer or Braun Strowman. Like he's been having a little back and forth with him, and it's like, why are you worrying about him?
Like, just don't let the haters hate, man. That's all you got to do.
Yeah. And
Like,
speaking of, well, I gonna say speaking of hate, but one thing that was loved, and I'm gonna go ahead and let Mr. Jaeger Bombastic give y'all this announcement because I'm pretty sure he was all over this, and I'm pretty sure over 1,000 matches popped in his head. So let him know, Jaeger.
boy, oh boy. So, Mr. Tony Khan comes out, and for his many times announced special announcement, like,
Yo, by the way, that's the funniest thing that you come out to announce. I'm gonna make an announcement. The funniest shit. But go ahead.
yeah, it was already. I'm sure that it was part of your match card. Like commentary on the TV said it like I don't know 12 different times because it wasn't that long or that deep into the show when it happened.
No, it wasn't.
It was heavily announced. But Mr. Tony Khan presents the president of New Japan Pro Wrestling, who right when he's about to speak, which I was honestly surprised if he knew English or not.
Right.
But that's just the American in me talking, though. But he gets interrupted by, of all people, Adam Cole, baby. To then announce.
It's an announcement within the announcement.
I'm just realizing this. Commentary announced that Tony Khan was going to make an announcement, who then announced that he was going to announce something, who then announced that the president of New Japan was going to announce something, who was then interrupted by Adam Cole, who made the announcement that New Japan and All Elite Wrestling are going to have a cross or was it co-event, and they're calling it the aptly named Forbidden Door.
The Forbidden Door.
Me, I'm the Forbidden Door.
They're calling it the aptly named JSB. Anyways, but and as he's announcing this announcement of announcements, he then announces another person in King Switchblade Jay White, who then goes on to announce that it's going to come down to the Undisputed Elite and Bullet Club, no matter what, for the Owen Hart finals. Which I'm just like, there's so many announcements or announcers for the announcements.
It was such an inception of announcements.
And did you see Tony Khan, like his expression, like when Jay White came out? Like,
White, what are you doing here?
Like Tony Khan, man, you need to chill, man. You are funny. Like the memes that are going around with Tony Khan are funny.
But
kayfabe's getting pushed a little too hard there, Tony.
This is a great little pay-per-view to announce.
It is.
I'm excited. I'm marked out. Like,
I guess the bigger question is going to be I've seen so many people on the internet already saying their perfect card or this, that, and the third. My thing is it going to live up to the matchups we want?
I'm just going to let it play out. I don't want to be like fancy. I don't want to be fancy booking it. Like there's going to be matches I want to see. Like there's one match. If I don't get this, I'm going to be a little upset.
Which one?
I want to see Okada and Danielson. I want to see that.
Yeah.
I want to see Okada and Danielson. Or actually, no. Even better yet. Oh, no. Danielson and Zack Sabre Jr. That's a match I want to see. That right there.
That would be a great match as well.
If I don't get that, I'm gonna be a little upset.
That was a
Zack Sabre
fantasy
Jr.
booking I saw.
Zack Sabre Jr. is a great wrestler. He's getting a good push in New Japan right now. He just wrestled Okada not long ago, like last week, I believe. But yeah, I'm down for that. 100%.
Moxley and Okada would be pretty good to see.
You know, I do want to see Moxley and Suzuki again,
That would be pretty good again.
Yeah.
but because he really just didn't get the respect he deserved here. But
I totally forgot I totally forgot to mention probably my favorite match of the week was Samoa Joe and Suzuki.
that was a great match. That was respectful.
I totally apologize. Forgot to mention that because there's no way I'm gonna just sit there for 15 minutes straight and just endure a chop fest or a punch fest. I'm walking off at some point.
No, if man, you got to see. It's a few years back now, but they had Ishii versus Suzuki in a G1 tournament match, and damn the chop they had.
I'm giving up.
You know what? Man, it was just. I don't know how they do that shit, but that's what I always do about New Japan Wrestling.
I'm pretty sure it's one of those situations to where you just have to just mentally prepare. It's like I know what it entails. I just have to just deal with it.
Yeah. Especially because Suzuki, like, man, he's like pushing 50, if not over.
Oh, yeah, well, he looks like he hasn't aged a day in my life. I mean, it looks like he hasn't aged a day in his life. If I can even talk about it.
I mean.
Uh-oh, we lost him again.
Oh, no. Tony Khan took him again. Oh, there you go.
Oh, there we go. I mean, full hetero, man, but Suzuki was like a stud bag in his day, too, man.
Yeah, I feel like
Suzuki is 53.
53. He's 53. And still some bangers.
Right.
Yep.
It's got to be I guess the Osprey Martin, but Osprey is starting to go to Gun more, so we'll see.
You are completely coming in robot sound right now. On my end.
He became one of the bots.
Oh no. Oh, no. Jaeger's been a bot the whole time.
Oh no. He's trolling Tony Khan.
So I guess I wonder, are they gonna do this in some form of a kind of a Survivor Series thing where AEW or New Japan is going to come out on top, or is it just going to be just an implied AEW got more W's or NJPW get more W's? Like, I wonder, is it going to be something like that? Like we're going to just give y'all dream matches, or is it going to be like a brand supremacy style situation?
I feel like it's going to be more towards the brand, like more of the dream matches.
Yeah,
more to like a brand supremacy.
Yeah.
Um,
I
but
want to.
it's go ahead.
I was gonna say I want to say that it's gonna be more of like dream matches, but with room to leave you desiring more. Because
Okay.
I'm hoping that this is not going to be the only time they do this.
Like a one and done.
It better not be, man.
I
I
mean, I guess the biggest question is, as the time plays out, I guess it's one of those. We'll see who they get to be on the show.
Yeah,
yeah.
because at this point, like I just want to see what happens. See who they put on this show. I just don't want to like go like, oh yeah, this is who I want to see. Like who I want to have on the show. Like
Mm-hmm.
we'll see what happens. I mean, like I said, if I don't get to see Zack Sabre Jr. and Danielson, I'll be a little upset with that match. I want to see that match. That's a match I want to see. So, Tony Khan and President of New Japan, make that happen, please.
Well, let me
Take my
ask you a
money.
question. Do you think that they would do Sabre Jr. versus Danielson, or Blackpool Comeback Club versus which he's part of?
Zack Sabre Jr. is part of Suzuki Goon.
So yeah, would you think they'll do Suzuki Goon versus Blackpool Comeback Club, or one on one?
I can actually see it happening.
I mean,
you know what I like to see on the show? Gorillas of Destiny going up against like
that's
the
most likely happening.
that's
Gorillas
the
of
one.
Destiny. Gorillas of Destiny going up against like the Young Bucks.
Nah, FTR. They've already got beef with the
Yeah,
Young
I can
Bucks.
see FTR and God.
I mean, they do already have beef with the Young Bucks. Now that I just said that, huh?
I guess we shall see.
It could go either way. But I do want to see FTR versus God instead.
Also, I want to see Finn Juice on the show. Finn Juice won't be bad.
That's it. I
Would
mean,
be nice.
if we're going off a typical AEW fashion, it's usually like 9 matches.
True.
It's usually like 9 matches on their pay-per-view. So
I'm
pretty sure
happy
they're
it's
gonna
going to be
try
at
to
the
figure it
United
out.
Center. I'm happy it's going to be at the United Center.
Yeah.
That's going to be nice. I think I might have to maybe take a trip to Chicago.
I love how they give all the love to Chicago for these big pay-per-views.
Yeah. I
this
mean,
is true.
why not? I guess.
I mean, it's where All In was. It's where they keep going back to. So I get
Mhm.
it. I get it.
They had All Out there, and then they have. Now they're going to have this. Well, they had CM Punk's debut there also.
Yeah.
They had Revolution there from 2020, which that's still one of my favorite pay-per-views. Yeah, it's still probably my favorite pay-per-view. Revolution from 2020.
Yeah.
Where Moxley finally won the AEW World
That belt off of
Championship.
Jericho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Man,
so
All Out last year though is probably one of my favorites from AEW.
Yeah. As of recent, yeah, that's probably I really like that one, with all those debuts, Danielson
All the debuts,
and Cole.
Hangman won.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are there any other dream matches y'all want to see, or is it really more people y'all want to see?
I honestly just kind of don't want to predict matches because then I want to be surprised with what they come up with.
Okay, so let me ask this: are we going to get Okada? Are we going to get Tanahashi? Are we going to get Bullet Club?
Oh, now you said Tanahashi. I want to see Tanahashi versus CM Punk.
Are we going to get people like that?
Oh, I know who I want to see.
Damn it.
CM Punk and he's the GTS in New Japan. Oh, what's his name? He was in WWE at one point. He was known as Hideo Itami in WWE.
Oh, Kenta.
Kenta, yes, Kenta and Punk. Kenta and Punk. Who has the better GTS?
Yeah.
I've been wanting to see that, and that's what I want to see. Yes.
Are we going to get some of those names showing up at the Forbidden Door pay-per-view?
I would
Oh,
hope so. But like I said, I do want it to have some room left for more. You're probably for sure going to get Okada, maybe Tanahashi. I kind of want to see champs versus champs, or at least one of those matches.
Because hasn't Moxley been calling out Tanahashi?
mm-hmm.
He
So we
has.
might get that if
Yeah,
anything.
because they just did a show in Chicago, a New Japan show in Chicago. It was the Windy City
Yeah.
show, which I heard it was really good. I was watching that show a little bit last Sunday. I was watching a replay of it, but it was in Japanese commentary, which I wish it was in English commentary. I
They'll put
mean,
out the
because
English soon enough.
what's that?
They usually put out the English soon enough.
Yeah, because I used to have New Japan World for a while, but then I got like, you know what? I'm tired of I mean, I love New Japan, but their shows like I don't really watch all their Road to shows because sometimes like they feel like house shows a little bit. They're more for the
Yeah.
fans. They're more for the fans in attendance. Okay, like
Okay,
I pay more attention to like the big the kind of like their pay per views or whatever they're called. And
yeah,
I pay attention to those tournaments that they do.
yeah,
Like the G1 or like the New Japan Cup or like the Best of
yeah.
the Super Juniors.
So
Yeah.
before we wrap this all up, with all of this being said, Jaeger, do you think you'll still have the championship by then?
Duh.
Because you got WrestleMania Backlash coming.
I hate that name. I hate that.
Yeah, it is stupid. Uh,
But I
you got
understand why they do it.
what's the next pay per view?
Double or nothing.
You got Double or Nothing. You got the Forbidden Door. That's
Which the Forbidden Door is at the Forbidden Door is at the end of June, I think.
Yeah,
And you got Hell in a Cell involved in there.
man.
Oh, we have that?
You gotta. I'm probably not. Maybe not, because I halfway don't want to count WrestleMania Backlash, but since we're gonna get a title unification between the Usos and RK Bro, and we are getting Cody, Seth too, and we're getting Charlotte, Ronda in the I Quit match. Oh, and if anybody cares, we're getting Bianca Belair versus Sonya Deville. So far, those are the 4 matches at WrestleMania Backlash. And I think we're going to get a rematch between AJ. Actually, you know what? It's not a rematch.
AJ and Edge.
So far, it looks like it's going to be AJ and insert partner versus Edge and Damian Priest.
So we're gonna premiere another wrestler, I guess.
No, many people think they're probably going to finally team up AJ and Finn Balor.
That's actually a good idea by WWE. What the hell?
Yeah, many people think it's gonna be AJ and Finn Balor versus Edge and Priest. But far, we got those 4 matches at WrestleMania Backlash.
Wait, isn't Finn still champ?
Nope, he just lost this past Monday to Theory.
Speaking of Theory, I think he's gonna be an up and coming. He's an up and coming star.
That
match wasn't bad.
With Vince pushing you to high, pushing you like that.
These past couple weeks on Raw haven't been that bad. They really haven't, and that's really surprising to say.
It's just the fact that it's so long.
Yeah,
that's it.
But they're never gonna go back to 2 hours, because they get all with all those ad revenues that they have, and all those, like I said, the marketing. Yeah, they need to, but ever since once Vince said, okay, we're going 3 hours, they can't go back out. They can't go back, which is terrible.
Yeah,
it's terrible. Because there's sometimes like, oh man, this is so hard to sit through, and there's other times like, okay, yeah, this ain't too bad. This is decent. Like I tell you that whole wedding segment that they did on Raw,
that shit was awful.
That was terrible. That was one.
If it wasn't for Truth being that would have been the worst thing ever.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Can
it was so
weddings in wrestling.
Huh?
Can we just stop doing weddings in wrestling?
I agree.
But I mean, it's wrestling. We're never going to quit getting weddings. I tell you, one of the craziest weddings I ever saw in wrestling was, it was back in 2020. I think it was it was an Impact, where Johnny Bravo got killed at his own
Yes,
wedding.
and it
Yeah.
was like somebody
Like
got murdered.
who shot Johnny? And like oh my god.
Did they really just do a fucking Dallas?
Yes,
Uh-huh.
they did. But yeah, anything else you want to add? So with that being said, Jaeger, you don't plan on losing that belt no time soon. That's what you're saying.
They don't ask how, they only ask how many, and it will be many.
Okay. All right. Well, you heard the man. He said that with all these upcoming shows, he's not relinquishing that title no time soon.
Never that
Oh,
long.
and also this Saturday is Impact Wrestling Rebellion. That's gonna be a pretty good show.
You know, Jaeger say that he's holding on to that belt forever, but we shall see. Shall see.
Hold on. Oh. Gonna hold on to
That's
it
how
like
you feel?
this.
That's how you feel? You gonna just bring Loki in the shot like that?
That's just gonna hold on to it like this. He's looking around like, what the fuck's going on? But look at the camera.
Well, with that being said, peeps, appreciate y'all rocking. You know what I'm saying? We just had to get to it, get some of these topics out. You know what I'm saying? We had to just do some chatting. Kind of change up the format a little bit for this episode because there were some things that happened in wrestling, and we just had to talk about it. See, that's what happens when you just unceremoniously just pick him up out the blue like that.
He mine.
But like Dizzle say, whether you loved it or hated it, don't forget to rate it. Thumbs up, thumbs down, preferably the thumbs up. Like, comment, tag that subscribe button, tag that notification bell, so that way you'll get all our videos. And I get it. I know our content has been very sporadic. Scheduling people, jobs. See, just like how he just slipped out your hands.
I let him go. I let him go.
That's gonna be that. That's gonna be that predictions championship. It's gonna just oops out your hands.
It's gonna be right here.
Nah, Tommaso, that ain't working like that.
Hey, his name's just Ciampa now.
Tommaso Ciampa is gonna be called Frank Waller. Why are we talking?
No,
Franklin Gates or some weird shit. But
I don't know. Let him smoke a couple blunts and figure it out.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, we need to warm this up. You know what I'm saying? Especially for Dizzle, who, once again, like I said, he's probably shooting content for his other endeavors out there. So if it's too sweet to Brody's, bye.
Damn.
Dizzle, stay off the OnlyFans for a bit, man.
Stay off the farmers only.
You know what I'm saying? Let yourself rest up and heal, my guy. Just self rest up.
This video is sponsored by Sonic. By the way, Sonic.
I wish.
If you want to sponsor us.
Hey, Sonic. We here. Thank y'all rocking with us. You know what I'm saying? Until next time, peeps. Tag the fucketh out. Peace.